Support pillow.
Nobody's gonna know.
Okay, we're back.
Hi, Primas.
Hola. I'm Christy.
And I'm Gladys, and this is
Dear
Primas. We're keeping it rolling.
Oh, you know, we're getting into it. We are in the same clothes as last week.
But we're here. We're ready. We're excited.
We're trying to knock them out.
Yes. Get some content out there for you guys.
There we go. Where should we start?
You want to start with faves or just jump to chit chat to our H-Town followers?
Yeah, let's just jump into chat to H-Town.
Yeah.
All things.
Yeah. So if y'all are from Houston, it's kind of hard to ignore the fact that it is rodeo season.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
I love rodeo season.
I do too. No, I like it. It's just such a task.
It really is.
To get down there.
We don't live in actual proper Houston anymore.
No. Well, I never did. But
yeah.
But even then, I mean, just the park, it's just it's a lot. It's a lot. Sure. But once you're there, it's it's great. It's a good time. Mm-hmm. I think if you've never been, you have to experience it at least once in your life. Mm-hmm. We did go. Oh no, we didn't go last year, but we went when I was pregnant with Antonio. And then we don't go every year. You're right. We don't go every year because we do think about it a lot. But I think if there's a band that I really want to see, I think that's the only time I really look forward to a concert because I'm not a concert goer.
Who did y'all see when you were pregnant with Antonio?
Chris Stapleton.
Oh, he's so good live.
Mm-hmm. And Adrian's not really huge country guy, but he appreciates Chris Stapleton, music, the musicality of him.
Yeah.
And so he enjoyed it. And the time before that, we always saw Santana one year.
Oh, he would be good live.
Yeah, he can't really sing but he can still play the guitar, and that was a good time.
Yeah. I work. I'm a rodeo volunteer for the merchandise.
She
committee.
Does her civic duty.
Only because Whitney, fellow Prima, also does it, and she got me into it. And ever since then, it's hey, are you working this year? Okay, we'll both sign up. And it's really easy. Honestly, I think that's the best committee to be on. There's 1,001 committees for rodeo. But this one's the best one because we are in the stadium, so we actually hear the show. Sometimes we don't get to see it, but there's screens all over the place where you can see it. Mm-hmm. But it's the best one, in my opinion. We just sell the merchandise for the person that's the performer that night. So if they bring merchandise, then we're in charge of selling it on top of the Houston Rodeo merchandise. It's a fun time.
Yeah. No, I could imagine you're just there listening to some good music and hanging out.
Hopefully you're working with good people. Normally, if they know that you were brought on by another member of the committee, like Whitney, I get to work with her. But the last 2 years, we haven't been able to have a shift together. So kind of stinks. But hopefully this year.
Yeah. And I feel shout out to the ones that work on setting it all up.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot to set up.
And a commitment. Because they're there from the beginning. They don't have a day off. We only work 4 shows of I don't even know how many shows there are.
At least
it starts 12? March 4th all the way until March 20 something.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we only work 4 of those. Or my committee, at least. Yeah. But the people that set up and do all of the things, I think they're there every single day, making sure that it's running smoothly and doing all that.
And they're always such in a good mood. All the people that are helping, the lines move and things like that. I feel I've never had a bad experience. It's just hard, getting out. Oh, one time, just don't Uber. Just do not Uber. Figure out, the train, the metro rail.
Yep.
Yeah, the rail is a godsend.
Yep.
We park somewhere off of Main, and getting there, literally nobody on the train. Getting back, you have to wait a little bit, but it's not, it's crazy packed, but it's not bad. You're just standing there and everybody's getting off. And then if you're pregnant, everybody's you want to sit down?
Treatment.
Yes.
The logistics of the parking, if you don't have a parking pass, are a nightmare.
And I feel even energy period is just a nightmare because it's just never ending walking. Any parking lot's far. Getting into the stadium is a lot of walking. Just be prepared for walking
for sure.
But yeah, I think other than that though, like it's a great scene. There's like so much. There's
Food.
food and
The food.
the rides
The
and
food.
seeing the animals.
The food.
You just get a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we do want to take Antonio to see the animals. There's like the center, the energy center on the inside. They have like they do like the bull shows, the cows, and the kids like walk their animals and pigs and all that good
They
stuff.
have a smaller setting of the mutton busting and outside of the center.
Yeah, so I think that's what somebody was telling me about. I don't remember who we were talking about this.
They have races too of something.
Yeah. It's like right out. Yeah, I think I see it set. I can envision it being set up one year.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe he'll get to see all that if the weather's nice.
Yeah.
So,
we do want to take the boys this year, but I am working Reba, which I'm really excited about. Primas, are you excited about any other specific performers that are coming? And or when this episode comes out, it will hopefully be the weekend after Cook-Off. If you're going to Cook-Off is similar, or it's the start to rodeo season, but it's tense, where there's maybe a band, a DJ, and
free food, free drinks.
Yep, all of the above, and it's a pretty good time.
Yeah, I think I've only gone once. That we had knew somebody with the tent and whatnot, and well, we didn't know them. We knew somebody that knew somebody.
I was gonna say the Cook-Off tickets are hard to come by if you're not in the scene,
in the know.
A lot of them that I've been to were from people like John's Oil and Gas, so their vendors at the times would give them tickets. That's the extent of our Cook-Off.
Yeah, we're going to it tomorrow, which I'm excited now, but I'm like, I'll be so tired walking. But I'm like, I can do this. Don't drink anything because I don't want to use no porta potties. But
some tents have some that up their porta potty game,
so we'll see. But so it's a big company. It's our friend Stefan's aunt. Her company sponsors the tent.
Nice.
And so I don't know if the aunt will be there too, or if it's just Steph and Ashley and us, if she had extra tickets. I don't know, but we're going. I'm excited. Yay. I wish, I could drink and have some little fun, but it's all right.
Not your time. Not your
season. Not my season. Maybe in 2 years.
The deep day. Right. That's why the real reason they invited you.
But we are gonna do the real for sure.
Yeah,
we're not dealing with that mess.
Yeah.
Hopefully
the weather's nice.
I know. Nice. I think so.
Rainy.
It's not gonna be rainy, but it's gonna be like chillier than it's been these last couple days. So yeah.
The other one that we're going to is Riley Green, which
Who is that?
Oh my god,
I don't know people.
Okay, so Riley Green is, he's just like this rough and tough. He sings that you look like you that's very very mainstream, but he's got a lot of really good Grandpa's Never Die, awesome song. He sounds really good in his music, but
I've really fallen off the country game. I didn't even know Zach Top was the guy
he's
that sings
fairly newer. But his voice, I have not heard his type of voice. He reminds me of old school country. And I love me some old school country. I will make sure that the boys know who George Strait is, who Alan Jackson is, all of the old school country, real country, not this new and he has that voice. And I was looking at his set list. Zach Top. Okay. Zach Top. Sorry. We transitioned from Riley to Zach Top. Riley has a really good country voice, and he's very not country, pop, not country pop. He's very country. But Zach Top's voice, he sang one of my favorite all-time country songs is 2 Dozen Roses. I will have to repost a video of him singing it. Sounds so good. And I think that's why I fell in love with him. Yeah. Doesn't look like he should be. He just sings great.
Wow. Yeah. That's how I felt about Easton Corbin. I feel like he had a great voice.
What does he sing? I mean, I know his song, maybe, but
All Over the Road. I'm a little more country than that. I saw him at the Pasadena. That one, and he sounds really, really good live.
His name sounds familiar, but I couldn't name 3 or 4 songs.
You don't know All Over the Road?
I know this song, but I couldn't his name wouldn't be.
There's I could probably think of 4, but I know 4 for sure, but I can't think of it right now.
Other than that, the food, turkey leg is always a go-to, a must stop. food grab at the rodeo. What else?
I like the fries.
Oh, the fries, like
The
the curly
fries that are
fries.
all just like, it's like all intertwined together. Yeah.
Those are really
If
good.
you're feeling really crazy, get some chili cheese on them. It's hard
Mm.
to eat it,
Mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
it's really good. And then they have all like the more expensive food under the tents over there at
Like
the,
the
by the
fried.
center.
Oh, that's where the hamburgers, the
Yeah. There's
bun
one.
bees one.
Yeah. There's one though that I don't even remember what it was, but I think we got burgers, but they were like really good burgers. It wasn't
Mm.
the Troll Burger one, but and they weren't like super, because all that is pretty pricey in that area. But like
Yeah,
for the bang for your buck was really really good.
yeah.
It was a couple years ago.
I'm excited for rodeo food and season.
Yeah.
I know. So obviously we got a lot of stuff in here as moms, as just day to day, all the things. So we wanted to kind of debrief, and when you're in the minutia of things, is minutia a word?
I was like, I feel like this is your word of the week here. I don't know if she's using it correctly, but we're gonna go. I just let her have it.
Really bad lately of making up words. Oh god,
Minutiae.
This is editing Clary for the Primas not watching. She was close. So it says the definition is the small, precise, or trivial details of something. For example, the minutiae of everyday life. So Christy was close. We'll let her have it this week. You're like Blake Lively. Oh, we didn't even talk.
She makes up words?
Amalgamation. She used that in her long-winded explanations of this character that she played. She's just an amalgamation of all the things. She's like, she's strong, she's bold, she's vulnerable. It's like every adjective that she could have used, and then she put, it's just an amalgamation of things.
I kind of like that word.
I know. I think it's a real word, but
that's
what you sounded like.
Oh, no. Well, basically, just we wanted to talk about rooms and going into certain rooms, aka my children's room, and what I find when I go into their room after just a week long of chaos and going, and that's not the environment that I want to be living in. So, I don't know. Do you want to start, or do you want me to tell my story?
I think you should start with your story.
Okay. So we have the boys. Their Sundays are our days to get our lives together. We do laundry. The boys separate the laundry into piles, and then they go and put their things away. I like a certain structure to it. I will say, these are the tops. They go and they hang up in their closet. Go take them. Then you come back down when that task is complete.
Do they put the shirts on the hangers?
On the hangers in their closet. And then they come back down. They get their chones. They go and put them in the chones drawer. Mm-hmm. And then they come back down and they get their pants. Now, their pants, they do have to put them in a drawer. Are they folded the way I would like them folded? No. They're put away. That's all I can ask. Same thing with the shirts. Well, we started because the boys will take forever to get downstairs in the mornings. And that is the one thing I absolutely hate is we are trying to get out the door. I don't need you taking forever. So we started laying out our clothes. Wasn't working. The clothes that were being laid out was not working the night before. So we said, okay, we're going to put each of your clothes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I've seen like the cubby holes. There's no room in their closet for the cubby holes. So we just, Monday is in this hanger with the top and the bottom. Put it here. Jaden, pick out a shirt. Jaden's easy because he's got a uniform. John, he could be all over the place. He'll probably wear the same shirt as if I wash it on a Wednesday, which is very rare. But if I wash it on a Wednesday, he's wearing it again on that Friday. So John could wear the same shirt and not care. Whatever, you do you. Monday, this hanger. Tuesday, this hanger. Bottoms and tops. All there. Okay. I couldn't find Jaden's uniform top. Couldn't find any of his tops. He has at least 7 tops. We don't need 7, but he only needs to wear it 4 days a week. Couldn't find any of them. Not one. A long sleeve shirt on an 80-degree day, sure, wear it. Couldn't find it. Couldn't find any of his pants. I'm like, you just brought it up here yesterday. Like, how are we not finding, or this morning? This is Sunday night. Where's all your clothes? And I'm like looking. So there's been 2 weeks now that I have found his clothes underneath his bed, like all in one little pile. And then the week after, I found it in the dirty clothes, in his So
in
I'm
the hamper,
in the
like
hamper.
just to do it.
Just all clean clothes.
Yeah.
Okay, bitch, they're in there. It's put away. But the kid took his time upstairs. Like he didn't just go upstairs, throw it in the hamper. Oh no, he lollygagged, just and then came back downstairs.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna like?
What did you do in that time?
No idea. So
and then could he not remember where he put it, or he was just acting like
he was acting
I don't know
like exactly that.
Yeah.
So then Sunday night comes again, and I'm like, Jaden, if you hid it in, and I looked at all his little nooks and crannies where he normally has it. I looked in the hamper. I looked in the little underneath the crevice. I looked in the bottom of the closets because he'll always stash it in the side. Because I have like a pile that is don't fit
grown
anymore.
Out, yeah,
grown out. We're gonna put it away for now, or put it to the side for now. I look in that pile. Nowhere to be seen. I go to Bella's room to go hang up Bella Girl's clothes because she's not at the point yet where she could be hanging up Bella clothes. They are in her closet on the side. I was like, I lost my shit. I was like, you've gotta be kidding me. And oh my God. It was like too late on Sunday to really lose my shit. But I was like, I just told him, I was like, look, when we ask you to do something, we expect you to do it. And when you don't, that's not integrity. Integrity is, and they know the definition, the two words that we teach them, discipline and integrity. And integrity is doing something when nobody's watching. Mm-hmm. And that's a form of character. Like that's your character. That's your character. And he could tell I was upset. And I think that's all I needed to do was make sure that he knew that I was upset, because it's like, but all of that to say,
right?
He's five. He's five.
I always say 4 or 5.
He's 5. He'll be in kindergarten next year. He is in kindergarten. But he's so freaking clever.
Yeah.
That I couldn't even I almost wanted to laugh because I was like, this is really good.
But it's also like, why? It's just their little brains, literally. Like
I wanted to know his thought process, and I wanted to catch him. Like I wish I had the video recording of him in the act. Like it looks like a good spot for this week. And I even
saw ask
a smirk.
Him why or no?
I saw a smirk whenever I asked him, like, Jaden, where did you hide it this week? And his little,
it's a game. It's hide and seek. Mom, we're playing a game.
And he's the one that if I need John to find something, I'm like, Jaden, please go with your brother to help John find his whatever he's looking for this day.
Yeah. John's not purposefully putting things in the room. He just doesn't know. Jaden knows.
Jaden knows what he's doing. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, all of that to say, like, I want them to be I want them to be 15 and being able to, like, clean up after themselves, and not me going into their room whenever they're 15 and, like, picking up after them and being like, okay, honey, what are you wearing this week? I want them to build these, like, these small little things that later down the line their wife will thank me.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm a prime example of someone that didn't grow up that way. I think by the time my mom had me, she was just like, whatever you're going to do, you're going to do it, But I think that's also just my brain. Like, I'm an organized chaos because I know exactly, like, I feel like I have photographic memory when it comes to, like,
finding things.
Because I'm like, oh, I know it's in this pile under here, blah, blah, blah. When I was a teacher, there's this, like, a few times where, like, the custodians after school would come and, like, organize my desk, like, put everything in, like, to nice, neat piles. Does it look great? Yes. Could I find anything? No.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew where things were, like,
you're
that's
organized
just me.
Chaos.
Yeah, like, that's how my brain works. It's not the best. Adrian knew who I was. I say this all the time. I go through my spurts and I'm like, I'm gonna be different. I'm going to turn over a new leaf. But that's how it was as a kid. Like, my mom I don't even remember all things, but it was never, I don't remember it being structured, like, go put this, building, because you have to be taught those things.
Right.
I feel like some people are just, like, innately organized, but that's not me.
Your backpack, though, like, for example, whenever you needed to find homework and stuff, like,
my backpack was fine. Yeah, like, things like that were fine. But it was more so, like, my room. It's always been my room and my clothes. And then at work, it was my piles, my desk piles. Like, I would have piles. But I always try to sometimes make it look somewhat presentable by the end of, before I would leave. But I had piles here, pile behind me. I had folders empty. where they should be empty. But I could always find where the things were. But
I think that's a form. That's what they say is like a very attribute of gifted and talented.
Yeah, and I think like when I see stuff like that, not to be like, but I'm like, damn, that is me. Maybe a little bit of ADHD too that I was never diagnosed with. I hear that a lot too. Right. And I am a very ADHD cleaner. I do half of everything, and then I'm like, oh shit, come back over here. I'm definitely one of those that like I start the laundry. Let's say I do the laundry, and then I remember, oh, I need something over here, and then I have to go. Oh, I need the vinegar to do something, and then yeah.
Every task is like started, but never like start and complete.
No, it's like I'm gonna do 100 things, and then I'm gonna come back to it, and then yeah. But I do think it's a great thing that you start instilling that soon, and I think that's the biggest reason why I want to get rid of so many things, because I also there was like this one TikTok that was like everything needs to have a home, like everything in your home has to have its home, because if not, everything's always going to be just everywhere. Yeah. And that's why like you have too much stuff. And I'm like, you know what, you're right, I do have to. And so I'm slowly like I started with my bathroom, I did the front closet,
nesting too. This is nesting.
And did the hall closet. Still haven't tackled the room where Antonio needs to go to. I'm like low-key hoping Adrian just be like, let's just move it in here. I tried convincing him, but he's so worried about the goddamn guest. I'm like, what guests are we having? I was like, they can sleep in the goddamn couch for now until we.
That's true.
How much easier would it be just to put him in here?
It's already ready. Yeah.
He's not going for it, but maybe if I keep pushing it. I low-key think that's my thought. But no, I knew. But so he's going in my closet room, but I do need to I just need to put stuff in bags. It's not that big of a deal, but it's just my procrastination that's just doing it. But I did get rid of a lot of things downstairs, and I've had people shop in my closet to get rid of things there. But yeah.
Slowly. Yeah. It's a slow process. And I also think sometimes whenever you wait till the very last minute, it gets done.
It does, and I'm a procrastinator. Mm-hmm. That's who I am. Yeah. But it is harder to do things. Yeah. Pregnant, the longer you wait. Yeah. I do have to take breaks, but I mean, I feel like, so like just having, so like I'm already who I am, right? But now I'm having to worry about my things and Antonio's things. Now there's going to be another child. Whew. So having them be responsible for something as they're growing and getting older.
Yeah. Okay. So what I wanted to go off of what you just said too is, at what point do I accept who John is? And that is just going to be who he is, or who Jaden is. I don't know. I don't know about that one yet, but
we're not accepting that.
Not an acceptable trait.
No, because he knows what he's doing.
He does. He does. Exactly. And he knows. Oh, yeah, we could go on and on about him, but love him to death. Anyways, at what point do I say, like, that's just who they are, and then we move on? Like, for example, just John. I know, like, the boys, not every day do I make them make their bed, but that is one thing that they know I would like to be done, is making their bed. And it's funny whenever I look at the camera and just see both of their beds made. Like, John, you know, all he did was throw it on there and we are out. Yeah. Which is the exact same thing that John does. Like, I will be the one I'm the last to get up, so I organize the bed. And Jaden's is very like,
that's so crazy.
It's so funny though, but like that's just who they are, as that's their personalities. But we are getting notes from John's teacher now that are saying, and I will always take the teacher's side, no matter what. I'm not. I refuse to be that mother. Although last year maybe I was that mother a little bit because.
But you saw the personality types of the teacher too, because this year you have said that like you got good vibes and it's been good, and I
think it matters when the teachers have themselves a boy that is as active as John is, and they can like. I don't know because she was teaching for a long time, so I didn't understand the story last year. Couldn't tell you what the excuse was, but I just always had an excuse for John. That he was too active, and she said she made like comments like he should probably walk to school to get some of his energy out, or he should not eat sugar in the morning. And I was like, we don't eat sugar in the morning. Yeah, maybe we do the carb that has the sugar. The bread has the sugar in it, but like
that's not
that's not who we want
We're
to
not eating
send.
Fruit Loops or
right. And then we were walking to school for a good hot minute, and that's not who he is. Anyways, we've gotten letters or notes this year that will say he's not completing his work the first time, and I'm having to sit with him and complete it the second time. Now, what I think is happening, and what could possibly is John is very like, I want to do this fast and I want to get it done, and he's not taking the time to actually like, what is it asking me and what do I need to get done? Blah, blah, blah. So I told her, I said, anything that he's not finishing on top of whatever else you want to send it home and we will make sure it gets done. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I'm on her team. Whatever she says is right this year. And I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no like book of telling you what to do at this point. Every time, I don't want to get on to the kid, but I do want to get on to the kid. But like a grounding means you go upstairs to your room and you do your homework, but you don't have homework. So I need to find homework for you because they don't bring home homework in second grade. So I don't know. We're just at a loss right now. We don't know. The kid loves math. If it's reading, he loves reading, but writing, getting it out for some reason, like he just doesn't do the extra step. Like right now they're doing, you read this passage. Now, what is it? Interpret what this word means, or what this word means from the context clues, blah, blah, blah. Sure. But he doesn't go the step further. And
he's not creative. He's just like a matter of fact. That's why he loved math. He loves math. It's just like, it's this because of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know what more I could be doing to help her out at school, because I definitely don't want to make her job any harder than it is. Already is, because she's got, maybe 10 other Johns. But I don't know. We're just like at a loss with what to do now that he is getting, and it's maybe been 4. Like I'm exaggerating how many times, but it's just, I don't want him to be a burden to her. There's no reason why he should be doing, I don't know.
Did you ask the teacher, what can I do?
Yeah. She's like, what you guys are doing is helpful enough, but I don't know. She's brought home work and we do it, and then any work that he does bring home that he missed, we will do it, but we don't have to send it back to her to like look at it, but she'll write on there like, this was the first time and this is what he got and this is the second time. I don't know. If I go back to my teaching days, I think about like,
I know,
what could I ask?
And it's just harder because he's younger. Like I feel like, like than a middle schooler. Like he's not understanding, because maybe if it is a time thing, let's get this done really fast. It's like, okay, well, John, think about it. If you're having to do something twice, is that taking you longer to do it? You're having to do it again. Do you want to do it right the first time? Which I know y'all probably harp on that in different aspects all the time too. Do it right the first time and you don't have to keep doing it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I've turned into talking to my kids a lot this episode.
But that's I think at the end of more so it was just about, I think, mom brain, mental load. And first it starts with pregnancy brain, then it turns into mom brain, and the mental load is just never ending. I snapped at Adrian yesterday because it's just like, you just don't want to keep saying things. And we're trying to be much more intentional at eating at the table together, especially if I have dinner early ready. And so we had friends come over on Sunday. And so we had 2 of the chairs with like a booster seat on them. And then, so it was like 1 booster chair, Adrian's chair. Our thing has 6 chairs, but we had the other ones up because we run the vacuum and stuff. Yeah. And then the other chair that was down had a booster seat, and it was also on the other side of the table that I can't squeeze through and get to. And so he set up the table, and I'm like, okay, and then look, and my chair is still sitting on the table. And and he sits down because about 70% of the time I serve his food. And so I serve Antonio's food. I take it to the table, and I'm like, gee, thanks for what did I say though? I said something not like, I know I said like, thanks for getting my chair ready. And then he was like, oh, that I didn't realize that one had the booster on it, like on the other side of the table. And I was like, well, even if it didn't, how am I supposed to get back there? And he's like, you could have just said, can you please put, I was like, no, no, I can't say please anymore because you just need to see these things and
no,
fucking do it. And then he was upset. And I wasn't upset. I was just like, a little snap. And then I was over it, you know? And then he put my chair down and then, but it's just like, we think about 1,000,001 things at all times. So it's like, even if it's something as little as that, you know?
John will tell me that all the time because I do wait to the point of breaking and I will snap.
But it's like, if you're not a point of breaking, like I think we talked about this, it's like nagging.
Yes.
If you bring up every little thing that you want to bring up, it's never gonna end. It never ends. So it's like, it's a lose-lose.
Yeah. I don't know. I also think there is not really a lot that goes on, and that's what John tells me all the time. He's like, there's not a lot that goes on here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
News flash.
You know? He's like, it's working overtime whenever I'm at work, and then whenever I get home, that's the last thing that I want to like have to worry about is something else. And I'm like,
it's a different mind. Get you out, you're in, whatever you're there. Get it.
That's a Severance reference. If you haven't watched Severance, please watch it. We can rant.
I haven't watched it, but I get it now. But that's, I mean, it's just, there's no off switch ever. Mm-hmm. It's just a continuance. That's something that just keeps going.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry, Primas.
Where this is going. This is a rant. We'll call it the mom rant.
Okay, yeah.
What else do we want to rant? Actually, that is something. That's what this has turned into, and that's okay.
Oh, so that's a good idea. This is us releasing what's on our brains.
Our
right
mental
now.
load.
Yeah.
What else have I argued about?
Yeah.
Okay, no, but going through like how you say you don't know what to do with John, I'm feeling like I'm getting with Antonio. Like he's approaching the terrible twos, and he's been such a sweet angel baby, and now he's just turning into a little monster. No, but he's like testing the limits, and I just don't know what to do. I have given him pow, and I know that I probably shouldn't. There's this one girl, she's so sweet. I watch her on TikTok, and she's young. She has 2 kids, but her kids are like, and she literally, I scrolled past the video yesterday. She's like, her youngest is 23 months, almost gonna be 23 months. And she's like, I don't discipline her. I always try to redirect or give an option because kids, and I know the more you say no, the more they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
I know it won't, but how hard is it in the heat of the moment? I'd be like, no, don't do that.
Yeah. I say don't way too much.
Yeah. And so I'm like, I tried my best to redirect when I have the time and the patience, but it's like, and I've only given him pow when it's something dangerous or if he's acting a fool, like screaming his head off and Adrian's working. Because I'm like, I can't ignore the behavior. Because of course it's what he wants, his attention. But I'm like, he hasn't stopped. He did it 3 times. He's literally, Adrian's on the phone right now. They can hear them yelling like a crazy person.
Yeah.
So I'm like, told Adrian, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I know what I'm supposed to do, but it's so hard.
I honestly don't think anybody knows what they're doing at any point. But it's so hard because they're so little at that age where they do know right from wrong. But do they really at that?
No.
Like, I don't think yet.
He knows.
Although it looks wrong, and you know that they probably know they're wrong, but they don't.
This is Antonio, okay? He's in our room. We have our nightstand. Adrian had like a little can of coconut water that he did not open the night before. So it's in there. Papi agua coco. Papi agua coco. No touch. No touch. This is him saying it. And then this is the can, touches it, pushes it up, or like wants to grab it, but it falls over. But he's literally saying, no touch. But at this point, I think it's like, okay, maybe he's just repeating what he hears. Like he's not understanding no touch means don't touch it.
Right.
He's just like, I don't know. Or maybe he does, but they don't have that doesn't even develop. That part of the brain doesn't develop till like you're 25, making decisions.
Yeah.
But it's just, and that's what gets me the most and then like we're walking and there's this little kid and his dad doing a one-on-one soccer lesson. Soccer ball, play soccer. And he's like running, and I'm like, no, it's not your ball. They're at practice, not yours. We can't touch it. And so then he cries. We move him away. He comes back and he's like, not yours, no touch. And walking towards the ball, no touch, not yours. Like, he regurgitates everything, so it makes it even like harder because I'm like, you know what you're saying, but you don't know what you're saying. I don't know. But yeah, he's just a little baby child.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
he's licking everything now. He hadn't ever done that before, and now he wants to lick it. He has 2 teeth coming in, but I don't know if that's a part of it or if he's just. I mean, before he wouldn't at all, nothing.
I mean, Jaden's 5 and he still licks everything. So I can't help you there. I'm like, oh god, he's gonna be sick next week.
I know. That's what I told. I'm like,
we're gonna be calling in.
Take him anywhere because he's gonna get so sick.
I can't help you there.
I'm like, and of course, the more you say no, he's like looking at me and doing it. I'm like,
I don't know
what I've been going with no these last few days. Oh, he's still sweet and good, but he's also listening less, as in like, let's clean up. He used to be so good at cleaning up, and now he's like, no clean up. You know what he's saying now? Get away, mama.
Oh, no.
Because we tell the dogs to get away all the time.
Oh, no.
I'm like, no, mama. Get away, mama. I'm like,
oh. Bella's thing is Bop. Bop. She knows that she'll put your hand in your face. Bop. I'll go over there and I'll be like, come on, Bella. Bop.
Dude, she is so not lovey-dovey.
She's not. She's not. John's like, I thought they told me that she's supposed to love her dad, and she does not love me. She will literally, and when we get, because she knows it's kind of, Bella's the only child at night, because when we put the boys up, they go to bed like 8:30 if we don't have anything going on. 8:30, they're upstairs in their rooms, and I used to be good about reading them stories, but now we start John read. Gotta read to Jada, please. No, but I do. I told myself I'm gonna try to read 1 book a month with them, and we still need to finish Holes.
Oh Lord, y'all are on Gladys' reading schedule.
No, actually, I downloaded the Audible, so we sometimes listen to it in the car, but I listen to my stuff in the car. We listen to music loud so I don't hear the questions that Jaden's asking on the way. Mom, did you see that plane on the paper on the tray? And I'm like, oh my god, Jaden, stop talking. Anyways, when we cuddle at the end of the night, Bella, she's still awake at 8:30. But she like me, John. On me, yeah. And then she's like got her feet on John. She just like wants to make sure that he knows that she's there. And then John's like, okay, you ready to go night night? No, up. And then she gets serious and like gets her pillow on and is like trying not to move so he doesn't get her. She's like, no, mama, pop. And I'm like, John, pop.
That's so funny. That's Antonio in the mornings. He's just all we bring him in the morning. Like if he wakes up super early, even if he's not, I'd be a little lazy to get up and moving, even though he's awake. But he'll lay there too.
Oh, nice, yeah.
But he was like all on my pillow, and I'm like, pillow, blanket, and then but he's all here, and then like if I close my eyes, mama wake, mama wake, and I'm like, Dada's sleeping over there. Are you gonna wake Dada? No, just mama wake.
Just mama.
But it's funny. He's cute in the mornings. He's always has something to talk about too.
Him and Jaden might get along too. Goodness. Yeah. That was another thing that Jaden's days of school. So at the end of the day, I remember like watching so many TikToks on like what to make sure to ask your kids so they debrief of their day. I will ask John, okay, how was your day? No, that's not the right question to ask John. I can't ask him that. Jaden, I can ask him that and I get all the story and all the chisme and what's happening. John, can't ask. I have to be very direct. What did you do in math today? I don't remember. What did you do? What special did you go to today? PE. 1 word answers. Yeah. Got it. Okay. And I don't know. I got to get more. I always got to get more. Mm-hmm. I always learn things from John's grade from other kids in the neighborhood.
Did you try the who got in trouble today?
No.
That's a good one. They say to ask them like who got in trouble at lunch today, and then they'll just
John?
Yeah, okay, and then they'll just like blah, 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 or
Okay.
Somebody get the cheese man. He doesn't want to talk about school. He wants to talk about the gossip, and then maybe he'll
divulge.
Yeah.
More.
There was another one too, but I can't remember. But I remember the who got in trouble today, and they're like, "Well," and they'll just start. Yeah, like me. So you do laundry once a week?
No. Poor John only has like 2 pair of joints. I don't know. He buy specific ones. No, I try to do like at least twice a week.
Yeah,
Wednesday, and John wears 3 change of clothes every day. I don't know how we have so much laundry actually at this point. But I know at the end, whenever we do our laundry and we have to put it away, my pile is the one that doesn't have as much. Everybody else's pile has more. John has a ton.
Yeah.
John, and Jaden both have a ton. I have very little. I don't know.
I said once I get my life together, I'm gonna be doing laundry like at least twice a week, because then I'll be able to put it away faster. I've gotten to the point of washing it, putting it away.
Oh, in one day.
Like, yeah.
Okay. That's mine stays in my dryer at least if we're not doing it that day.
Yeah, no, I do okay with the processes, but mine just stays on the bench. But we are getting rid of the bench and bringing it up here so that
you will not have a place to put it.
Correct.
Oh, so I ran into that problem. So I had a rocking chair that held all of our laundry, and it would sit. When we got rid of said rocking chair, now our laundry actually does get put away.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get rid of things, do it more frequently so that it's less to put away at a time. And not have the place to put it. So I'm trying to set myself up as much as I can, but I always find another little pile place. But we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
You're just gonna add more laundry too with the baby.
Yeah. But see, I feel like I'm good with
baby clothes.
Well, I don't. There's a wash and fold. Have you ever tried a wash and fold surf? It's like a wash, like where you take like to the dry cleaners, but they'll wash and fold it for you.
When we didn't have power, I did that. And it was actually amazing.
It was like
it was pretty reasonably priced.
$1.50 a pound. The place that Adrian found, and I'm like, especially for baby clothes.
Oh, that's a great idea. You should put that on your registry, and then that be something that somebody gift you, and then they could do your whole laundry. What? That's a terrible idea.
How?
You do your whole laundry, like a thing, like say, hey, this amount, $100 towards that, and then it just does your laundry. That's what I'm saying. Like when we didn't have power, all of our laundry went there, and then they brought it, and it was folded. I never fold my chones. The chones are folded.
Yeah, but I feel like for sure, I'm not gonna be rewashing all of Antonio's like old stuff that for the new baby. I just take it to get a refresh.
Oh, that's smart.
And then his is the only stuff that majority gets folded. or the baby stuff.
Yeah, that's smart.
Now that he's moving up, I think a lot more will get hung up in the closet and just throw it in little cubicles. But I'm pretty good with his. Well, eventually, I clean his room a lot better than I get my stuff taken care of.
Do you think it's because his room is right there in the front?
Yeah. For sure. But it's also, most of his stuff has a place and it fits. I have way too much stuff. My stuff doesn't fit in the drawers that we have right now. We're still have one more drawer set to acquire before that is in our closets. Just, more stuff to get rid of. All things.
There was something else I was going to say on the get rid of thing. Oh,
donations.
Donations. They know whenever I get a trash bag and I'm coming upstairs, like we are donating to somebody who will play with these more than we have. And they have seen our time here. And maybe we haven't even used it, but there's just like stuff in their toy box. They still have a toy box that they haven't used, but sometimes I have heard of like our neighbors, they will rotate toys and like just okay, we'll bring these down, we're gonna put these in a tub, put them up, and then we'll bring them down. Maybe I do that instead of donating. I don't know, but if it's something like that I know that they won't ever use again, we're donating. We do that at least like every 3 months.
Nice. I started a semi rotation. Like I put away half of the toys. We have some up here and it organized like in little cubbies, and then downstairs we have just what fits in the cabinet, and then he has like that little small ottoman toy box and then a basket full of balls. That's really what's all over the place, is all kind, and Adrian always adds another one somehow. And then all his ride-along toys. He has like 4 bikes downstairs. No, he has his bike, he has the airplane, and then he has like the little tricycle. Those are everywhere. But he uses those, like, I'd rather him just ride around all day. Sure. And then he some days he won't even open the TV cabinet.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't play with the stuff in there, but I'd actually probably do time to switch it out.
Yeah.
At least once a month. I had said 2 weeks, and Adrian was like, I think that's gonna be too often. And I'm like, I'm gonna do it, and I haven't, so it's gonna be once a month.
Once a month is doable.
But with doing so, I also realized, like, we don't have like an excessive, in my opinion, amount of toys, which I think is good.
Yeah.
And then we have baby coming, so it's like we're gonna have to rotate, the little things that'll keep him entertained eventually.
Right.
So I think we're okay for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it does help, and especially having just less available to them.
Yeah.
So they don't, because that's the thing, they get overwhelmed, like, or they'll just start pulling everything out and not play with anything. Yeah. But if they only have, 5 options or whatever, then they stay focused on one thing longer.
Where were we? Oh, we went to San Antonio for that one weekend. Well, I brought like a bag of toys for Bella to keep entertained, and like Jade and I had like a little drawing thing just in case for at the hotel room whenever they maybe played with 2 of the cars that I brought, but John is like, I just wouldn't pack any of that. Like, we're so opposite in the thought process of what to take. He was like, I just wouldn't have thought to bring all of that. It's a waste of bag. Why am I going to carry it? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, I will carry it. We were like carrying all the things, but it's just like the little things that I'm like, I probably I didn't have to bring the doll or the.
I always pack a little bag of, like, if I go to my mom's or if or when we went to Paras, like, but Paras is outside all day, so he really didn't even touch. At the end of the night, he would pull out his books or his.
Well, you never know with weather, if it's raining, if they're not outside. But ideally, we're outside the majority of the time too. So a lot of the inside toys don't get the time that they need to. Yeah. But I will say some of them held her attention. Like I think it was a book of noises. It held her attention a lot more than if she would have seen it every single day before that.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, oh, I didn't know I had this. I'm playing with it for a while.
Yeah, it is true. And then after, like, I put his blocks, like the mega blocks, away. And when those come back. And then he found, there was like 2 or 3 Adrian found under the couch. We did like a deep clean under the couches. He was like, uh-oh, Buck. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And I'm like, uh-oh. We don't have those. I don't know where you're going to put them. Because they're in a tote downstairs. Yeah. And he was like, for 5 minutes, uh-oh, Buck.
Very concerned.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're not here.
Well, Primas. Hopefully your mom brain didn't off.
Check out.
Yeah. And are still with us. But I don't know. Send some help. Send some something. Offer
there was Ebony posted something. Did you see her?
Oh, I did see that. You know what? I liked it, and I meant to comment something, and I was distracted. Oh.
She was pretty much saying, why did y'all tell me that having more than one child was difficult as heck?
I don't know. I don't know if there's words to put to it, other than it's just pure chaos, and you learn to live with the chaos, and I think that's what maybe encompasses this episode.
I know. Yeah, I mean, this is just a preview of things that, daily basis.
Oh, remember when you called me and it was like super quiet on yeah. And I don't know if the boys had gotten there yet, and it was semi-quiet. Yeah. And then when the boys got there, it was like I feel like it's loud in my own house.
Oh, it was loud. I thought it was like, no screaming. And then he started screaming.
It's just like their volume, the normal volume of the boys, and they're fighting or arguing and I don't know.
I know. Well, I will surely find out that that's going to take a little bit.
Well, what's funny is, like, I feel like the second child, like the sound machine and the dark room doesn't apply. Like they will be.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even do that with Antonio.
Right.
Like,
right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's no. Well, like what I will say,
perfect conditions. With the second child.
I know there's a reason why they say it's like child is like child. I feel like Jaden is like the definition. What was I gonna say? Oh, it is true. I remember in one of like the pregnancy episodes, like that or mom advice that we gave in one of our early episodes, that I was saying like someone was like, enjoy your first pregnancy because there's nothing else like it. Like it's so true. Because the second one, look, it's a good week if I took my prenatals 3 days out the week. Like I will say, me and my friend or. Me and this girl Eunice, we were talking about it on Instagram because she's pregnant to her little boy. It's a closer gap. I think they're gonna be like 16 months apart or something like that. and I let that part. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm so glad you said that." She's like, "Because I felt so horrible." I was like, "Look, I tell myself all the time, there's people doing crack. There's people doing horrible things while pregnant." I'm sure me forgetting to take this pill isn't the worst thing that could happen to this child.
Yeah.
It's just there's no. And then this last time I was in HEB in like the healthy aisle, and I'm like, oh, they have prenatals here. I need some. Let me just get these. I didn't read it. I mean, I kind of like read what it said on the front. They were a different brand. The price was legit. Glass bottle. I'm like, wow, so fancy. Okay. I get home and the thing says take 3 times a day with 3 different meals. Hell. I'm like, I'm lucky if I eat twice a day. Like, so I just be taking 3 pills at a time.
The end of the day, woozy and all, but that's fine.
I'm like, damn it, I just set myself up for even more failure. Like, oh, it's been bad.
No, that's true. That is second child. That's so funny.
You know, no, not thinking about it. That's really been my worst thing is the prenatals. So I'm like, I was sorry.
Sorry in advance.
Hopefully there's enough strong genes in there that you become okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just enjoy it if you're pregnant now. There's not gonna be no time to enjoy I was like lathering myself the first one. Now sometimes
you get what you get.
Yeah.
No lathering for you.
Yeah. No lathering, no soft skin. Hardly, literally eating barely sometimes. Just because life moves on. What else?
Oh, yeah.
So just had to throw that in there. You're not alone if this is your second pregnancy. And if it's your first, just enjoy it.
If you haven't watched that episode, you should go watch it.
Yeah, that was.
What was that one? The postpartum one, or no? Was it?
I think Dear First Time Mom. Or Expecting Moms. No, we didn't have an Expecting.
It was about Mother's Day, Dear Mamas, or something.
Yeah, I think it was Dear Mamas.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But
well,
that was that. Oh, okay, we'll put it out there.
That's all I got.
If there's anything you want to know, look forward to, let us know. Hope y'all enjoy the rodeo. How did we get here? It's gonna be fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right, guys. Until next time. Bye.
Hope y'all enjoy the rodeo.